What's up, y'all? Hold on, I need to grab a drink. What's up, y'all? This is Curious One, and we're kicking it at the ugly table. I did clean it up for y'all a little while back, did some sanding on it, whatnot. But I've been painting lately, and over here it's pretty ugly again, so I'm referring to it as the ugly table again. And I did get a figure in today that I wanted to talk about, but I learned something that it just kind of like staled me on the figure, so I'm gonna let it sit for a while and see if maybe my mind gets changed on it. We're gonna talk about something that I have had for a while that I haven't opened up yet because I was doing a bunch of other things and it kind of just got pushed to the rear. But I like it a lot more than what I thought I would when I ordered it, and that makes me happy. So we're going to talk about it instead. And what we have is the Venturine Hacks skeletons. Now this isn't something new. It's not like something, you know, if you look, you'll probably find some reviews and stuff on it. But I don't really go by that. I usually just, whatever I pick up, if I like it, then I review it. Sometimes I review it even if I don't like it, and then I watch the video back because I was a little too drunk or something, just to make sure that I didn't say anything too crazy or anything. I didn't get buck wild, like go out of bounds. So sometimes I do have figures that I don't have reviews for because I just said something that was like a little out there, and I had to be like, wait, you know what I'm saying. So I think we'll do an up close look at them first. Pretty good detail. Anatomically correct. There is a little bit of flash here and there, but that's like nothing to clean up. It's real easy. You just need a blade and just skim across it and come right off. So right off the bat, let me tell you something that I don't like, and that is the fact that his shins are warped. But you're going to be able to fix that. You're just going to have to heat it up and then straighten it out. Put it in cold water, ice cold water. The other thing that might straighten it out is if you put it on the stand. As you can see, it doesn't have peg holes, so it does come with like 6 little clear pieces, and that's basically so you can put 2 of them on his feet and then be able to put him onto the boss fight stand. And that one fell off, but you get my drift. That might possibly straighten his legs out. The other thing that I noticed that I didn't like is that there's a lot of flash inside the joints, and with something this small, trying to break that flash to get it to articulate is a little dangerous. But let's get into something that I do like. I do like the articulation on this little guy. His head lifts up that high. Not the greatest upward motion, but for as thin of a figure as he is, that's pretty good. He looks down about that far. His jaw will open all the way up. Look at that. And then of course you can close it. Does he have anything at the neck? Looks like he might have something right there. No, he does not. So his arms will go up just a little bit past 90. Go all the way down to where he's touching his leg. You can rotate it all the way around. That little bone makes it push out, of course. It does that to your body as well. Let's see. Then at the elbow, it does have a twist right here. This one's a little bit tight, but you can see it. It does twist. Goes up. Looks like just shy of 90. Goes a little bit farther than straight up and down backwards. Get it in and out on his wrists, and my camera loves those figures back there. And then as you can see, since his hand popped off, he does have a swivel, but the little bones right there kind of not really stop it, but could make the hand pop off. Exact same motion over here on this arm. Back here, right there where the rib cage touches, you have a bit of a swivel, which will go 360. Then right here where the spine touches the pelvis, you also have a swivel that'll go 360. Then at the hips, crap, I might have to do something about the background. You can go all the way up to here. You can make him do the Marlon Wayans from Mo Money. And the hand popped off again. Keep twisting it too much. Get back on there. Alright, so the Marlon Wayans. If you haven't seen Mo Money, you probably should. Then you have double jointed knees. He can go way past kicking himself in the butt. Then down here, you can go really far down. You can go up pretty good. And you do have ankle pivot. But of course you can't see it because my camera wants to look at the zombies instead. There you go. So we'll make him spin around for you. This way you can see the whole fig. Although I think I did a pretty good job of that up close. He pretty much fit on the screen, so we'll do it anyways. Then he also comes with these 4 clear pieces. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they fit on there, but I do kind of get the idea of why they were included. Boss Fight mostly does kind of like Dungeons and Dragon type of figures. So these plastic pieces are to make it so that certain armor pieces will fit onto the skeleton. That way you can have like a I don't know, say a skeleton Spartan or something, like, you know, in that kind of realm, where you can put armor plates on his forearms and his shins or whatever, kind of dress him up and look like an undead something from Dungeons and Dragons. I've never really played it. I've seen other people play it. Some of the figures do look really good to me. I like them, but I don't have anything in my collection that kind of fits it. So I haven't picked up anything. There are figures that they do carry that I do like. Also, they're starting to release some of the Boss Fight is doing like a little zombie series. I'm not sure exactly how it worked or whatever, but they do have the license for some of the Zombie Lab figures, and they're going to be releasing them, but in more of a, I think they want to take it more in a lighthearted way rather than like a horror type stuff. I do actually have 2 other Zombie Lab figures that I picked up a while back, but I don't usually review those without being in the mood for painting the figures. So I have those in the on the back burner. Maybe I'll try to knock those out this weekend. They don't usually need a whole lot. They just need some stuff in the details and then add some blood and, of course, the glow-in-the-dark eyes type of thing. So the reason that I have these Zombie Lab figures out is because I bought this guy and I was basically just going to throw him in my aquarium. And then once I saw him, I was like, hey, you know what? If I get some glow-in-the-dark polymer clay and I make some really tiny little balls and I throw those in the oven, bake them, glue them in his eye sockets so that they glow, so his eyes will glow as well, then I could probably stick him back in there in the background and have like a almost completely eaten up zombie that's still trying to feast, you know what I mean? So I kind of thought that would be cool. And then also they sell these in multiple different colors. So I was thinking, well, maybe a red one might work better for that, or possibly a black one, because then you could have like a burn up zombie, or maybe just one that had completely gotten its skin ripped off for some reason or another. You know what I mean? It just seems really cool to me, and I might pick up. I don't know if I'm going to do that with this one, or if I'll pick up a red one or a black one or something like that, but relatively speaking, if you look at the price of the figures, like, they're all expensive, right? All figures are ridiculously expensive nowadays. But if you look at this in relation with other figures, it's a very good, it's lower priced than most figures. So I think I might pick up a couple more. Maybe do something like what I said. Or possibly with some Marauders Gunrunners accessories. Some of them will fit. I did try the tactical vests, both the male and the female, and they didn't fit properly. But as you can see, the SMG and the helmet with the night vision goggles fit. So you could buy you some accessories from Marauders and use it on this figure. I think the actual rifles might fit a little bit better. So sadly, I think this figure just cost me a lot of money because now I want a skeleton army. Damn it. So I guess we'll just finish it up with this. I really love this figure. I do see multiple applications for it. Just in my thinking, not even like what it's originally was made for. I think if you like skeletons, you'll probably find multiple things to do with it too. So I really like it. If y'all like it too, then go ahead over to Big Bad Toy Store or bossfight.com and pick you up a couple, or 10 or 12 or 25 or something like that. I don't know. However many you need. So, what is it? The saying goes, if you want to figure out who rules over you, just figure out who you can't, figure out who you cannot criticize, right? So, figure out who you can't criticize and then go out and criticize them. And if you get in trouble for it, then you're on the right track. So, y'all have a good night. Try to take it easy. And y'all try to stay out of trouble. We're going to have to do that one again. So y'all have a great night. Try to stay out of trouble. And y'all take it easy. Peace. So, as always, I realized that I missed some things. So, his head does turn all the way around 360. You do get a bit of pivot. And his leg will go all the way around if you get everything out of the way. Meaning you can do the Marlon Wayans the way that it's actually supposed to be done. Instead of forward, like I said, that it was the Marlon Wayans. And he will actually stand on his own without you fixing the legs. So, now y'all can have a good night. Try to stay out of trouble. And y'all take it easy, alright? Peace.